The same woman is married, he's got a baby. They don't even have the decent. These are big famous actors, right? Huh? Who's this guy? Tom Cruise recently got married. Huh? Can you imagine? He's got the guts. He goes to Italy with his baby. With the same woman he got the baby for. With, shame on you. It's okay. Haramzadeh. Who's Haramzadeh? We don't even know what haram means. We just got nice bright white teeth. We make millions of dollars. Okay, you pay us and we entertain you. Oh, this is my idol. I love this. Allah says, you fool. What does he have? What does he know? He walks around with his baby. He produced a baby without a marriage. That's your role model? And then he says, cheers with wine. Get drunk all you want. This is my role model. We have stooped really low. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ ثُمَّ رَدَّدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. We created man in the best of forms. Then we lowered them to the lowest of the low. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. We need to teach this manner that halal child, why is it halal? The parents made a contract. They stepped into the business environment of marriage and said, I take the oath. That's different. When a man makes an oath with you in business, he said, let's sign a contract before we go into this business. I said, that's a noble man. Not the one, inshallah. Well, worry about inshallah. MashaAllah. It'll happen, inshallah. Let's go into business, inshallah. You just give me the money, inshallah. No. This inshallah eventually will become a'udhu billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa. No. The inshallah, Allah says, no. When you go into business, put it in writing. Write down what you're going to do and what he's going to do. Because otherwise you say, I said, you said, you said, I said. Before you know it, it starts now shooting each other. Allah says, avoid this. Marriage is the same thing. When couples get together, it's a contract. Why? We make an agreement. When children come, we're going to be responsible. Why? Because we are the fabric of society. We are that fundamental foundation of a society. It's the parents who are the foundation of society. If they are bad foundations, children will be lousy foundations too. Today crime rates increase. You know why? Illegitimate children. The crime rate has a direct correlation to legitimacy. It's not an income-based issue. Legitimacy. When you get illegitimacy, what ends up happening is children see their parents did not make a contract to have them. And parents feel this child is an accident. It was never intended to have this baby. We were just having a good time. And as a result, the child's foundation of morality has been shattered from the get-go. And as a result, you find this child grows up knowing that I really don't have a moral structure. And they start becoming corrosive too. And then to them, every indecency is a good thing. And now you accelerate that and enhance it and increase it, and you'll see where the society goes. All these problems. So I conclude. Our responsibility in the West and in the East is to maintain the chastity, the decency that Islam has brought for us. This hijab, for example, sisters. Why is the West against you? Why is Europe against you? Is it because they are very sad that you're not displaying your beauty? Because they're very concerned about your beauty? You think so? They want to walk over you like cheap carpet. They want to use you as products to sell their products. Because you're an object. And I say this, I've spoken this even among the feminist movements. And I say there's a difference. I find it very insulting that when a woman wants to undress, when you guys rise and make a case, I'm with you. But I find it completely contradictory that when a woman wants to dress, you get bothered. I don't understand. This is counterintuitive. It doesn't make sense. It's not even logical. Even for an atheist will tell you something's wrong. Why? Because the hijab, Allah is my witness, is the most noble dress on earth. A man's hijab when he lowers his eyes, and when a woman presents herself with a garb and says, look at me, go ahead. Quran says, أَن يُعْرَفْنَا فَلَا يُعْذَيْنَا. Let them wear the jalabiyah so that they are recognized and therefore not bothered. The woman says, look at me, go ahead, because you're going to look at me anyway. but I want you to look at me my way. I'm going to tell you I'm decent, and I have my pleasures, and it's none of your business to feast on them. And you back off. It becomes natural when my society has that decency, that when a child knows when he comes home that it's his mother is a chaste woman, and when the child knows that his father is a chaste man, balanced, both are responsible and doing their job, how do you think the child is going to grow up? You know, you will complete the story for me. It's simple. It's simple. In my life, I've worked with kids. Every child that I've seen who's got the best akhlaq, the one who's got good morals, the one who I have hope in most cases, is the one whose parents are very good, is the one whose parents are sound, is the one whose parents are decent. They do decent things. And decency here implies good moral, ethical standards. And one stance that we need to take, brothers and sisters, is to make sure that our children are protected from this volatile environment. That if I were a parent today, I'd be afraid. Where do I put my child? The billboards are naked. Turn the TV on. Filled with terrible innuendos. Go on the internet. Watch out. Am I being paranoid? No, I'm not being paranoid. I'm being careful. I'm saying taking precaution is superior than being reckless and letting our children do anything they want. Those parents who are working parents, whose children live on television, and parents hardly have time for them, that's a dangerous family. Potentially explosive. That child reaches teenage, surprise, surprise. All types of surprises come. And then fathers come to me, brother, I'm having this problem. I said, where have you been 17 years? What have you been doing? Oh, brother, I've been busy working. I said, okay, let your money solve it. Go ahead. Bring all your money, take it out of the bank, pay it. Go ahead. No, brother, it can't be. I said, you were warned from the beginning. Your money, your material cannot save your child. It's your character and your diligence on it that's going to save the child. So I conclude without taking too much time, brothers and sisters, that we have a responsibility in the West. The religion of Islam is perfect. Our children are excellent potential for leaders in this country, for our own community and for those in our neighborhoods, and for the country itself and for the world. But you and I need to set the standards properly, become good role models, give them the pleasures of this world, let them enjoy. But when you see Islamic schools taking place, when you see Islamic programs taking place, never give anything priority over that. Never. I'm saying that. You might think it's a ritual of some sort. Don't. Don't discount that. Because the minute you do, you and I will pay a price. Quran, for example. Don't say, my child is busy, I don't have time. No, there is no excuse for a child who doesn't know how to read Quran. If a child doesn't know how to read Quran, put them in it. I remember when my parents put me in it, I didn't like it. Today I stand and when I speak on pulpits, I said, wow, all that training which I didn't like is unfolding in my life on these pulpits. And what power it has. What strength it has. When I speak in Christian environments and I recite one verse, in non-Muslim environments, I recite one verse. I go to churches, I recite one verse, it stuns them. They just look at me. And said, the minute I recite an ayah, any ayah in the Quran, you find I actually stun them. They just look at me. I've just basically what we call immunized myself from their venom. Any form of venom. Because I've recited a verse. There's something about the Quran. When Allah says, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. What we have revealed in this Quran is a shifa'ah and rahmah, is an intercession and a mercy for the believers. وَلَا يَزِيدُ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا خَسَارًا. It doesn't increase anything for the disbelievers, the enemies, except destruction. Allah says, use it. Use it to protect yourself. Use it to spread the word. Our children, many of them, and adults, can't even recite Quranic verses. I don't know. I can't remember that verse. What stopped you and me? What stopped us? If you and I, as brothers and sisters, adults and children alike, don't take the first step to say, I need to change myself, don't expect our children to look at us and say, yes, I want to follow you. I've seen parents, and I admire, by the way, I'm sorry I've taken extra time. Older child, we have a student in our madrasa, she's 75 years old. 4 years ago, she says, brother, I don't know how to read Quran. I'm an old woman, but I want to come. I said, welcome. Madrasa is open for everybody. Come. Sit in the adult class. We will teach you. Today she recites fluent Quran. There's a brother who came from India. He says, brother, I don't know a word of Quran. I'm ashamed. All my life I didn't have chance. Allah sent me to America. My family is here. I have a job. I want to learn this Quran. But I find it difficult. I'm an older man. I said, never say that. You're young. You're young at heart. And don't ever say that. Even if you don't learn the verses. If you make the attempt, Allah will reward you on Judgment Day. Today, every morning he recites Quran fluently. The other day he was smiling. He says, brother, I feel so free. I feel like I have wings. In the morning I open the Quran. I take my protection and I go to work. And I recite it in Arabic. And I can recite it. I feel great. I said, that's the power that we have. Now look at his son. He's got 2 sons. Both his sons have become excellent youths. They were astray. They had gone astray. They were out dating girls and doing all the satanic things.